Hello everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and keeping healthy as always. What we have here today is me talking about the future of Warzone and the Call of Duty franchise and why I think it's going to change in a big way. This is of course in response to the colossal news that Microsoft is acquiring Activision Blizzard for just shy of $70 billion. We talk about this on stream, some of the details of the acquisition and the deal and what this might mean for the future of the Call of Duty franchise, obviously being a big COD fan and Warzone player. If you want to catch this sort of stuff live, then drop us a follow over on Twitch. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And let me know down below what you think about the acquisition, how you think it's all going to shake out, and where you think it leaves the Call of Duty franchise. As always, look after yourselves, be good to one another, and I'll catch you in the next one. And yeah, I guess we got a lot to catch up on, haven't we? It's been a big week in the gaming landscape, specifically for Call of Duty fans and fans of various other popular franchises, shall we say? Yeah, this. I mean, I've been playing games for as long as I can remember. I started actively, becoming interested in the industry and news and, developers and things like that when I realized I wanted to pursue this as a career and try and, get into games media, which I'm still trying to do to this day. And yeah, this news broke on Tuesday evening, which arguably is one of the biggest pieces of gaming news, video game news ever. I mean, it was huge. The internet exploded when this news drops, and I mean, the discussion has been ongoing ever since, and I think it will continue to be that way until we see how all this plays out. But for those of you that aren't aware, Microsoft, I've got an article up here on my right just to make sure I get all the details and stuff correct. But Microsoft acquired and bought Activision Blizzard for just shy of $70 billion. So what that means is that Microsoft is going to own Activision and Blizzard, the company, and all of the developers and studios under Activision Blizzard will now become a part of the Xbox and Microsoft family, and all report to Phil Spencer, the head and the CEO of Xbox Microsoft Gaming, and that includes all their franchises and popular IPs like Overwatch, like Diablo, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and obviously the big one for a lot of people, including myself, Call of Duty. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Obviously, I think it was last year, wasn't it? Was it last year or late 2020? It must have been. I think it was early 21, wasn't it? That Microsoft acquired Bethesda, which we all thought was a massive acquisition. And when you look in the grand scheme of things, compared to them buying Activision and Blizzard, it was really like a it wasn't as colossal as this this acquisition, but yeah, still a huge deal that they bought Bethesda. But yeah, but buying Activision Blizzard is absolutely mental. And of course, everyone, when the news broke, was now thinking, okay, is Call of Duty going to become a PC and Xbox exclusive? So are we no longer going to see Call of Duty games on PlayStation platforms? And of course, all their other IPs and franchises as well. We had so many questions. We were looking, desperately fishing for so much information. And of course, it was a little bit of a shock acquisition as well, because of everything that's been going on with Activision and Blizzard over the past couple of months, with various allegations, horrific allegations being made against some senior people there, even the CEO himself. people coming out and talking about, you know, horrific, you know, working conditions and various other things that hopefully will get fixed now that Microsoft is taking charge. And I think Phil Spencer has come out and said that yes, you know, the working environment and stuff, you know, all the toxicity of Activision Blizzard will all be kind of flushed out, and it will be a great place to work again for a lot of people there and a lot of the teams, which is great. You know, there are reports that the CEO, Bobby, his surname is Bobby Kotick, will be kind of stepping down eventually. It's, you know, the reports that he's got this massive payout, which isn't great, considering a lot of people, you know, a lot of allegations have been made against him, specifically. Various other things. I'm not 100% clued up on all that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely huge. Since then, obviously, there's been some, you know, further clarification and things like that. You know, Phil Spencer has had talks with Sony. Let me pull up the actual statement here that he put out on Twitter, which was yesterday. Had calls this week with leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing agreements upon acquisition of Activision Blizzard and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry and we value our relationship. Obviously, that is not a confirmation. If you read between the lines that Call of Duty is going to remain on PlayStation, you notice there the actual wording and the phrasing. He's expressed to Sony their desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. What form that will take remains to be seen. People talking about, you know, them trying to get Xbox Game Pass on PlayStation somehow. I mean, you know, a lot of different people talking about, you know, Call of Duty. It's obvious that Call of Duty and various other Activision Blizzard IP will now become Xbox, you know, PC exclusives. Really difficult to tell at this stage, but obviously when you consider the massive franchise that is Call of Duty, and I think if you look at DPD numbers last year, Call of Duty Vanguard and Black Ops Cold War were like the top three. Within the top three, you know, best-selling games on PlayStation for the entire year. So can Microsoft afford to eat that loss by making, you know, a Call of Duty an exclusive? Maybe. Obviously, they'll be making money either way. There could be an argument there that they might make more money and shift more Xbox consoles if they make these IP exclusives. But we'll just have to see. I mean, there's a lot that we don't yet know. Obviously, this deal is supposed to go through in 2023. So obviously, there's a lot of time yet still to go. But for me personally, and I hope this is the case. You know, there's been some reports and stuff that have come out over the past couple of days that, you know, the intent with this acquisition, and in particular the Call of Duty franchise, is that, you know, they want to move Call of Duty away from the annual release schedule. Obviously, each year we've come to expect a new Call of Duty game for however long now. I think the introduction of Warzone kind of changed that, and the sales figures of Vanguard, I think, have kind of accelerated a potential move away from an annual release. I think Vanguard was like 37% down on Black Ops Cold War sales, which in the grand scheme of things, when you think about Call of Duty being one of the best, you know, selling franchises of all time, and what I mentioned earlier, that Vanguard was still the best selling game on PlayStation, might not seem like a lot, you know, much of a big deal, but for obviously the big shareholders and stuff in Activision and Blizzard, you know, a 37% decrease is obviously going to hurt and be a big loss. You obviously want to see each new game perform better than the last. So yeah, I hope that Call of Duty goes up. I think the game that's coming out this year, which is rumored to be Modern Warfare 2, and there's also reports that that's going to like return Call of Duty to its former glory, because obviously the franchise has been plagued with issues ever since Vanguard released last year. Which dripped into Warzone and stuff like that. Apparently, Modern Warfare 2 is gonna bring the franchise back and restore a lot of goodwill and stuff, which I think will be easily done if it is Modern Warfare 2 and they bring back all those old school popular multiplayer maps like High Rise and Terminal. They bring the franchise back to this modern setting, because I think Vanguard's not selling very well. I think is reflective of Call of Duty gamers not really vibing with going back to the World War settings anymore. At least, I've made my opinion on that very, very clear since Vanguard was released. I don't really care about the old school settings anymore. I either want to be in the modern era, or I want to, go beyond that, like Advanced Warfare and Black Ops and stuff like that. So yeah, the reports are that Call of Duty is going to move away from that annual release, which I think is a great thing. After this year's Call of Duty comes out, just go away for however long, for a year, 2 years, whatever it is. Bring all the studios together, which is another thing that's being reported, that all of the studios that work on Call of Duty will work on one game, which we saw with Vanguard this year. Raven was working on Warzone. Treyarch was doing zombies, etc., etc. So it seems like that's going to be the way of doing things going forward. And then obviously, continue to offer updates for the live service for Warzone. But come back with a strong, game-changing, new, fresh Call of Duty entry after a couple of years to get people excited for the franchise again. And whether that will be on PlayStation, whether that will be everywhere, or an Xbox PC exclusive, the way I see it going is obviously Warzone's not going to change. It's a free-to-play game. That Warzone will remain everywhere. But I can see, beyond this year's Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, I can see, mainline entries into the Call of Duty franchise being Xbox and PC exclusive. Or having some sort of huge benefit on Xbox and PC, whether that's you play early, you get exclusive skins, whatever it is. I think there'll be some sort of incentive, if not the game being completely exclusive on Xbox and PC going forward. I don't think you spend this amount of money acquiring Activision and Blizzard without making it worth your while. Yes, you can argue that them not having the games available on PlayStation is going to hurt them and they're going to lose money. I mean, but whether it does, whether it doesn't, who knows? Can they afford to take that loss? As I say, we'll have to see. But yeah, huge news. Obviously, very, very, interesting and exciting times for the Call of Duty community and the franchise. Hopefully, Microsoft acquiring Activision and Blizzard can solve all these issues. Obviously today there was articles coming out that those 90 odd QA testers at Raven that are on strike, have been on strike for the past couple of years, have managed to unionize, which is the first time it's ever been done at kind of a big game studio, I believe. And so they've been unionized, and they're now calling for their cases to be looked at and etc. So hopefully that gets the ball rolling there, and those QA testers, get everything that they want, and it gets the attention of senior leadership, and we can sort all that out. And hopefully, over time, over the next year, a year or two, we see Call of Duty slowly return to the giant that it was in its heyday of Modern Warfare 2, etc., etc. Because at the moment it's in a bit of a bad spot, but hopefully this whole acquisition is nothing but positive news. Yeah, I urge you all to go and read up on the details and stuff of the acquisition. Huge news. That's just my thoughts on the whole thing. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, I've got about 2 invites from the Kusher Wolf. I'm probably keeping the lads waiting. So without further ado, let's get into the game.